Hey, how's everybody going? It's Grim. So today I'm going to be making a video about KUREZI Diamond, which is Josuke's stand, also known as the main JoJo, of Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable. Before we get into this, let me just say that the last video about Zahando got pretty good views and likes and everything, so I really appreciate that. So yeah, and my JoJo content's been doing pretty good recently too. The why the JoJo dub bad is or why the JoJo dub is bad did pretty good, right? With about 500 views on it right now. Holy crap, that is insane. That's more subs. That's more than I have subs, right? Most of my videos don't really get more views than subs. I have more subs than views. But yeah, let's just get right into it. The video about KUREZI Daimondo. So let me know if there are any stands that you want me to cover in the comments below, such as Harvest or I don't know, Bad Company, whatever you guys want to see, let me know in the comments below. And I will make a video about it, guaranteed. I will make a video about any stand. I don't care. If you like a stand, I'll make a video about it. If you don't like a stand, I'll make a video about it. But it's going to be my personal opinion and just the facts overall, so I can't really promise you anything about that. You can't really change my mind. Well, I guess you could, but, you know. Yeah, so let's just get right into it. So, KUREZI Diamond, as I said before, is Josuke's stand. He's the main JoJo in Part 4. And basically, if you don't know, Part 4 is obviously the fourth installment in the JoJo franchise. And it's where, you know, you follow JoJo or Josuke and friends around Morio to find David Bowie, the serial killer. So yes, very interesting plot right off the bat. And we not only have an interesting plot, but we have very interesting stand powers. We have KUREZI Diamond and Killer Queen. Two of what I would say are the most creative stands in all of JoJo. Maybe not as much creative as very cool. If there were two stands that I could pick from to get my stand powers from, I would definitely want either KUREZI Diamond or Killer Queen. They are both very cool stands. And so we're going to be looking at KUREZI Diamond, as I said before. So yeah, KUREZI Diamond. The powers we got here are very fast punching, some aura, but instead we got Dora now, Dora the Explorer, my guy. So we got some Doras, and we got some healing powers for our team, not for ourselves though, because if you are Josuke, you cannot heal yourself, but you can heal your teammates, which I think is pretty cool. So, a little bit more about KUREZI Diamond. He has insane accuracy, just like Star Platinum. It is, in my eyes, the same stand as Star Platinum, except instead of stopping time, he can fix things, which is very cool. So, a little more about KUREZI Diamond that I have noticed. He has, very good accuracy. He can punch very fast. He's kind of his more. He's not really more of his own individual like Star Platinum is with Jotaro. If you notice, Jotaro has Star Platinum doing a lot of stuff. Like, Star Platinum does a lot of stuff by its own sometimes, right? Where, the frying pan scene in the Death 13 fight, which obviously was done by Death 13, but we have some more times where Star Platinum just kind of acts on its own. Can't think of any on the top of my head, but Star Platinum is portrayed more as a character than a stand, whereas KUREZI Diamond is just Josuke's stand. That's how people kind of see him. So I've noticed that he doesn't really do much on his own, but he does a lot of good things, if that makes sense. He's a very good stand. There's some situations that Josuke got out of, like with Kira in the final fight. This can be seen as spoilers, I guess, but I'm not going to say anything about people that die or anything. All I'm going to say is how the fight goes down, kind of. Not the victor or anything like that, just like some part from the fight, right? So if you're not cool with that, then click off, or just, skip ahead a couple minutes. I'd just click off if I were you. Just enjoy JoJo for yourself. But basically, in this part, Josuke gets some glass and puts his blood in it, right? Or no, does he put Kira's blood in it? I think he puts Kira's blood in it. And he puts Kira's blood in it, right? And then what he does is he kind of sends it off in the distance, and then he tries to heal Kira, therefore sticking the glass into Kira, which is a very smart move from Josuke. He did another thing where, with his own knowledge, kind of, not with his stand, where he called, I guess Kira's dad was on the phone with him in the fight, trying to find where Josuke was so he could put his explosion near him. Kira has this thing called Stray Cat, which is basically like a little cat thing that makes bubbles. and Kira can put his Killer Queen explosions into them, and Josuke kind of talks on the phone. He's like, oh, he's right there, and he gives him directions to explode his dad instead of Josuke. So I thought that was a pretty big brain move, too. Josuke is obviously a little bigger brain than our boy Okuyasu. Okuyasu is kind of retarded, as I said in the last episode, right? He is not thinking clearly all the time. He is kind of just, I don't know, dumb. He is a very dumb character, whereas Josuke is more the brains of the group. And so, with this into consideration, I would say overall Josuke is one of the most strong JoJo characters. He's one of the strongest, losing to people like Pucci and Giorno and, the big obvious contenders. But I would honestly say that he could be more powerful than Star Platinum. And I'm not talking about this in a 1v1 type of sense. I'm talking about this in terms of Stardust Crusaders versus the Morio gang, the Duwang gang, right? Let me know if you want to see a video on that, by the way. Stardust Crusaders versus the Duwang gang. I will gladly make a video about that. That sounds kind of fun. But I think that his is more of a support stand than an offensive stand, right? Whereas Jotaro can kind of just go do stuff on his own. Josuke kind of needs somebody to back him up, right? Because he's just kind of pre-Stardust Crusader, or pre-Stardust Crusaders Jotaro stand, right? Where Jotaro, after Stardust Crusaders, are like way at the end, gets the time stop ability. Josuke already has his healing thing from the start. He knows it exists. But yeah, he uses it in some very cool situations, the healing ability, I think. So I like how Araki put more emphasis on the healing ability than he did the actual Ora Dora Dora part, right? One scene that I remember in particular is with the Aqua Necklace fight, where Aqua Necklace is the water stand, by the way, the first stand in Diamond is Unbreakable. First enemy stand, I guess. That goes into Tomoko's, which is Josuke's mom's, coffee, and goes in like her organs and stuff. And basically what Josuke does is punches a hole in her mom, and then takes the stand out and then heals it, right? And that's not necessarily big brain. I mean, anybody can pretty much think of that, but it takes a little bit of, mind power to do that, right? So I think that's really cool that Josuke is put in these types of situations and he can still win the fight with what you would consider not an overpowered stand, right? Whereas Jotaro's stand is pretty powerful. I think we can all agree on that. I think he's one of the strongest shonen characters overall. Now, I don't think somebody like I honestly don't even think that Jotaro could beat Goku, but I really don't think that Josuke would even have a chance on someone like the lowest character, like the biggest character I think he could probably take on is someone like Shinra from Fire Force, right? Because Shinra can take blows, Shinra can give them, but I think the healing part doesn't do much, but like the accuracy and all that kind of overthrows Shinra. But I think Josuke's other side, where he gets really mad when someone makes fun of his hair, is a really good power. I don't know if I would call it power, but let's say you have a really cocky enemy, because you come across those a lot of the time, right? Rohan made fun of Josuke's hair, but if you have a really cocky enemy, Josuke will win that fight if you make fun of his hair. He will win the fight. He has not lost a fight where somebody's made fun of his hair, right? So if somebody comes up to me and is like, your hair sucks, yeah, they're as good as dead. The only people that I could think that would win that fight, maybe Golden Frieza. Not Golden Frieza could definitely win it, but maybe First Form Frieza would lose. I don't know. I mean, that would be kind of an interesting fight to see. But yeah, I think KUREZI Diamond is an insanely powerful stand with the healing ability, because you are put into these situations where maybe your team needs some help, right? And this is why I think of KUREZI Diamond as more of a support stand opposed to an offensive stand, right? It's because when your team needs help, he kind of just heals them. He doesn't necessarily go out of his way to do. I mean, he really can't go out of his way to do anything. The only thing that he can do is Dora Dora stuff, and not that that's useless, but it's not the best thing to do, right? Whereas with his healing ability, he can go and he can heal people, and he can even give the stand, give advantage to the stand, right? Where in the Aqua Necklace fight, I don't remember how Aqua Necklace gets away, but if he just held on to him and Jotaro just started Aura-Oraing him, that would have been the end of the fight right there. So I think that Josuke, if you have Josuke in your team for anything, he automatically puts you in an advantage. But in a 1v1 setting, Josuke, or KUREZI Diamond more so, isn't that good, because he's just kind of a support character, right? He's kind of a support stand, whereas something, again, like Star Platinum or The World, or even, honestly, I think Koichi's is the more so support stand, but I think that KUREZI Diamond is portrayed as more of a supporting offensive stand, where he can still do his own stuff, but at the same time, for the healing ability to work, you need to have somebody else to use it on. But at the same time, something with like in the Kira fight, or I believe he does something like that in the paper fight too, like where the people that turn him into paper, he kind of just 1v1s his way out with the healing ability, right? Where with that one scene with Kira that I was talking about earlier, and some other scenes that I can't remember, right? I think there's one with the paper stand, but I don't remember what it is. But where he can use the healing ability offensively, with like if you put something in their blood and he just like shoots a projectile at him, or whether it be some other kind of way, depending on what stand you're up against. I think that Josuke's powers overall are some of the best in JoJo. I don't think they're anything insane in Shonen as a whole, but definitely in JoJo he has an advantage over, I would say, 90% of the entire cast. I'd say that Josuke could beat Jolene in a fight. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. And let me know what stand battle you guys want to see next. Or not stand battle, more so stand analysis. If you guys want to see maybe Koichi's stand, Echoes, or Rohan's, Heaven's Door, or some completely different stand, I can go off of part 4. I can go towards part 5, part 3, part 6. I don't know, whatever you guys want to see. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching once more, and I'll see you in the next one.